Hi guys and gals. One of the biggest things I have trouble with on this diet, therapeutic keto, is getting enough fat in my diet. And you know what? I've been on some of the keto sites too, the forums and stuff, and people are having the same issues. You know, how do you get so much fat into your diet? And this morning's breakfast for me was like 3 pieces of bacon with 2 tablespoons of butter. And that only gave me 33% of the fat that I need for my diet. So that, and also I had one of my fantastic heavy whipping cream coffee drinks in the morning with cinnamon, really good. The butter stuff, if you have scoops of butter in everything that you eat, even if you spice it up a little bit with spices, you're gonna get tired of that butter tasting all the time, right? So you gotta get something else. I know that bacon is really high in fat, and you know, you can do a lot of different things with bacon. You can like cook it so it's just barely, you know, cooked. I mean, it's cooked, but I mean, it's not like fried and crispy. You can make it fried and crispy if you want to, and then, you know, you can like break it up into little things and then use the oil and pour it over something. You can do that part too. So there's so many different things you can do with bacon, but bacon tastes like bacon. The bacon grease is going to get heavy, you know, tasting. So you got to watch out for these things that are repetitive, and you got to, you know, if you, I mean, in my estimation, if you want to like change it up a little bit, you have to make it where you got to get different flavors and different consistencies. Is that the way you say it? In your mouth. So you'll be, you know, so make this thing more enjoyable. Now, I've seen people do the fat bombs with the chocolate and peanut butter and stuff, but that's for like a normal keto diet. For me, I really don't want any of the excess stuff that they put in there that brings the carb count up, even though my daily carb count is nearly 0. But that makes it even more so a necessity to have, you know, fats in your diet, because if your body's not getting any energy from carbs, it's got to get 100% of the energy from fat. And I can feel it. I mean, I was even talking to Rachel, my daughter, earlier today, saying, you know, I feel good today, but I feel like I need more energy. And I know what's going on because, you know, part of the fat that you ingest, your liver does a number on it, I'm sure. You know, you don't get 100% of the fat that you're eating. I don't, that's the thing with me, and you'll find on these videos, is that I don't claim to understand 100% of how it works. I'm just thinking, you know, I mean, if you eat something, it's not 100% efficiency, you know, it's not like you're going to use 100% of that oil. Maybe you do. And, you know, maybe it's just me not getting enough, which I think that's probably a bigger part of it. But, you know, I had that coffee with the heavy whipping cream this morning. That, by the way, is almost 0. I don't see any protein numbers in it. So for me, it's 0 protein, 0 carbs. It's just fat and a nice cup of coffee. That's where I'm going right now, by the way. I'm going to Marshall's, because Marshall's has that little food aisle, you know, of stuff they get from stores that I guess have too much of. And sometimes you find a nice box of K-Cups or something from some odd brand, but I've purchased them before. Very good price, and they're quite good. And I'm sort of a coffee snob, you know. I don't like coffee that tastes like it's not coffee, you know. It should taste like really, really good, rich coffee. Even specialty coffees should have a distinct flavor to them. Are you a coffee snob too? So I'm so happy that I can drink the coffee. Although, the other day, after coming off my fast, I have fasted on Sunday. Yeah. So this was yesterday. The first thing I did, coming off that fast, was have one of my whipped cream, heavy whipping cream coffees. And that caffeine threw me for a loop, man. My heart went like to 110. And I was like, oh man, I was washing dishes and trying to stay with it, because I mean it was a lot, I'm telling you. So next time, decaf. I think we have enough decaf in the house to come off of fast next time, or tea or something that doesn't have near as much caffeine in it. That was bad. But it did start with my oil. That was another thing. It's like that day was kind of like, wow, because I think almost hit my oil, you know, my fats, lipids, whatever, goal. But I mean, your body's like doing its best to handle this incoming rush of stuff, you know. So you gotta be gentle. That's why they say when you come off a fast, sip some water, sip some tea. I was almost going to say juice, but that's way off my diet. Juices have so many carbs in them from the fruit sugars that they have in them. So it's a condensed way of getting to fruit, and it's just I can't tell you how bad it is, really. I was going to say bad for your body, but I mean, I don't know at any point where a fruit juice would be a good choice. Coffee? Coffee doesn't do, I mean, I don't see where it does any damage. You may not like it. It may keep you up at night, but I can do with my coffee. So going to Marshall's. You guys know what Marshall's is, right? I hope you have it in your neck of the woods. I'm going to see if they have coffee pods. May even stop. There's a Publix right next door. Might get some more of the, if they have a choice, of the heavy whipping cream, because I'm down to my last little carton that I got at Trader Joe's. Doesn't have anything added to their heavy whipping cream. And some other places do, like Costco, and I do think Publix, they add like a preservative in there. That's that gum, whatever you call it. Anyway, so I mean, you know, that we're not supposed to be drinking that, right? But if that's all they have, I'll get it anyway. All right. So if you have a location or a go-to thing that you use to get your fats in your diet. I mean, since I started doing this diet and the amount of fat that I know I need, I cannot believe how little a lot of the foods that we do eat, how little fat they have in them, you know, in proportion to the protein that you get. I like it when the protein number and the fat number are equal, or the fat number is even a little higher than the protein number, like in bacon. So it's very hard to find. I just had some salmon, which was really good, but it was like 26 grams of protein and I think like 17 of fat. So it's close. But anyway, I am going to, well, what I wanted to say, I'm going to stop the video now, and that'll be my entry for today. But what I was going to say is, if you found a place or a go-to drink or thing, put it in the comments below, okay? So we can all share it, especially if you're on therapeutic keto. I'm looking for stuff that has high fat content that doesn't have carbs or sugar. All right. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much for subscribing and watching.